Yo, what's up, guys? I know it's been forever. Y'all thought I was probably dead or something. I don't know. But I'm back, and we're doing a build your own precon. I built this deck like a couple weeks ago while I was in the hospital. So I don't actually really remember it all too well. And we're just gonna check out what I built. Oh shit, $45. We're gonna have to, like work the price down a little bit. But it's a go wide enchantment deck, which sounds a little weird to some people. They're like, oh, MTG man, enchantments are for Voltron. No, fuck off. Not everything has to be Voltron. Uh, so we're playing Mazzy Truesword Paladin, which you think it's funny that she's Truesword Paladin, but she's wielding a bow. That's just a little ironic, but whenever an enchanted creature attacks one of your opponents, it gets +2/+0 and trample. This isn't one creature, this is all of them. Then whenever an aura you control is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, until the end of your next turn, you may cast that card. So you're going to be putting auras on all of your stuff, maybe your opponent's stuff as well, and then swinging out wide. And then, of course, whenever a creature you control is destroyed, you're going to be able to get the aura back. So, real simple concept here. You got things like a Crowan Crusader, which you enchant it with an aura, and because of heroic, you'll create another soldier. Maybe you then enchant that soldier. I don't know. Generous Visitor is going to get big with each of your enchantments. Aki Ember Keeper is going to make it so when your enchanted creatures die, you create a spirit. It's just going to help you keep your board big. Hero of Erois is going to make your auras cost less, and then you put counters on it whenever you enchant it. Core Spirit Dancer. This is where you go Voltron. Okay, I lied to you. You could make this really big, but it's just going to keep giving you value. You're going to draw cards. Light Pause is going to help you search out auras. It's just going to help keep getting stuff out. Phalanx Leader gets... it puts +1/+1 counters on everything whenever you enchant it. So if you have a wide board, this again, you could go Voltron here. Keep enchanting your Phalanx Leader and just pump the whole board. It's just giving you options. SRAM and Sithis are going to help keep your hand full of auras. Transcendent Envoy, it's going to make your auras cost less. Renegade Samurai. So you notice it's for each other modified. So if you have 5 creatures each with an aura, that's +10/+10, or +10/+0. And then if Upriser is also enchanted, it's going to have trample because of Mazzy. So it's just going to be a big threat, going to help you win, close out games, whatever. Annex and Cymede is it's just another pump the whole board. Kellen, this is the new Wilds of Eldraine card. It's going to help you search for auras. And then other creatures get +1/+0. Again, this is where you could go Voltron, but I don't care. This is my video. Mace Enchantress will keep your hand full. Same with Satyr Enchanter. Johnny's Chosen. This will help you get that wide board. You cast an aura, you equip it to the cat, you just keep going with that. Archon of Sun's Grace is going to help you get the wide board. Armored Sky Hunter is going to help you get auras onto the battlefield, which is pretty cool because there are, high mana value auras you want to be enchanting things with. Druid of Horns, again, it can get big, whatever, but you're going to create those beasts. Gnarlback Rhino, again, it can get big, it draws you cards, whatever. Thundering Raiju is going to help you deal damage to your opponents because you want that big board of wide modified creatures. Aki Battle Squad is going to help you. It's double combat. Double combat with a wide board of +2/+0 trample creatures. Liberated Livestock, it's just going to put a whole bunch of bodies on the battlefield. And then you do have those higher value auras, like I mentioned earlier, that you're going to want to be enchanting, cheating out, whatever. Mana Rocks, we got Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Boros, Felwar, Gruul, Selesnya. Holy Avenger is probably like the only equipment in here. It's going to help you get back auras and put them on the battlefield. Um, just keep going. Swords to Plowshares is removal, so is Abrade, Return to Nature, Chaos Warp, Graceful Takedown. Open the Armory is going to help you get an aura. Rampant Growth will help you ramp. Blasphemous Act is your board wipe. Wish you had more, but I could only fit so much in the budget then. And now we're over budget, so Audacity is a great aura. Trample is a little redundant. However, drawing a card, you could put it on something like a 1/1, have it die, draw a card, cast it again with Mazzy, and just kind of treat it like an extra draw each turn or something. Dragon Mantle replaces itself again. It's like an extra draw. Ethereal Armor +1/+1 for each enchantment. You're gonna keep going with the auras. It's gonna get really big. Hyena Umbra is protection and first strike. Rancor. The last ability is a little bit redundant. Now that you can just recast it with Mazzy, but +2/+0 is still solid, and you're gonna want to enchant a whole bunch of creatures. So 1 mana enchantments are really important. Or auras. Sixth Sense is gonna help you draw cards. Sticky Fingers, again, when it dies, you draw a card, so it's going to help you draw cards. And then Treasure is always useful. A Tale for the Ages is similar to Mazzy, and it's going to help with getting that board wide. So if you have 5 creatures, all with auras, they're getting +4/+2 if you have both Mazzy and A Tale for the Ages. It was part of the inspiration for this deck. I think it's a really solid card. All That Glitters is going to help you get your stuff get really big. Angelic Gift is going to let your stuff go over and it'll help you draw cards. Darksteel Mutation is removal, but it's also going to be triggering all your other stuff. Your what's it called? Uh, like all your enchantresses and stuff. Notice it does give your opponent a 2/1 indestructible creature if it attacks other opponents, which is cool. Greater Auramancy is just going to keep your auras around. Cannon of Transformation is removal and card draw. Ordeal of Nylea is ramp and an aura. Rune of Sustenance is going to draw you a card. Lifelink is also cool. Season of Growth is going to draw you a card whenever an aura you control targets a creature. Ancestral Mask is going to help your stuff get really big. And usually the problem with Ancestral Mask is you can't guarantee the creature also has trample. Well, Mazzy guarantees it has trample, so it's going to get really big, really dangerous. Armadillo Cloak, and trample's redundant, but +2/+2 is solid. Double Strike is always going to be a good ability, especially with +2/+0. That basically makes it +4/+0. Like, it's really good. Enchantress's Presence is going to help you draw cards. There we go. That'll help lower the budget a little bit. But yeah, drawing cards. Face of Divinity, +2/+2, and then First Strike and Lifelink, really solid. Next of Kin. So it seems not great in most other decks, but being able to pass it down from one creature to the next, and have that creature enter with an aura on it for Mazzy is really nice. Wild Defiance. Why is Wild Defiance here? I must have been really dead. We're gonna take out Wild Defiance and 34 lands. Let's just we'll throw in another Plains. And we'll call it that. Maybe instead throw in another aura, since that's what the deck wants, but one with Kami. So whenever it or a modified creature dies, you create X 1/1 spirits, where that is its power. So you have all these auras increasing power, and then you have Mazzy increasing power. So it's just gonna be like your creatures die, and you'll create 6 or 7 spirits, and it's just gonna help you keep that board presence up. Sigil of the Empty Throne is gonna keep your board presence up. Angels are scary. Prodigious Growth is gonna help your stuff get really big. This is one of those things you want to cheat in. Same with Colossalification. Because of Mazzy, that's plus 22, plus 22, trample. If you throw this on Mazzy, you're probably winning the game with commander damage. I'm gonna be real. It's really good just in this deck. Axguard Armory, searching for an aura, and it's just more or less being a land. It's more or less a no brainer because yeah, you want that aura. It's a little bit overcosted. You have to wait a turn, but it's fine. Battleforge, Canopy Vista, Cinderglade, Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Forest, Snarl, Game Trail, Jungle Shrine, Keswick Wolf Run to help you finish off games, Mossfire Valley, Mountains, Plain, Razor Verge Thicket. Restless Bouviac is one of the new cards from Wilds of Eldraine. I don't know why, I just felt like it might be a good slot in here if you need to get one more creature out or something. I it was a gut call. I don't know why, but it was a gut call. Rockfall Vale, Scattered Groves, Slayer Stronghold, Sungrass Prairie, Sunhome for the double strike. The land base is pretty diverse. You shouldn't be at 35 lands. You should be drawing enough lands to keep going. It's got a low mana curve. As you can see, it's mostly 2 mana value. And overall, the deck seems to perform pretty well. Yeah, we're down to $44. But again, this is build your own precon. You slot in what you want. You figure it out. I'm just giving you the frame, and you work around it. You paint it however you want. This is like a coloring book, you know? That's yeah, whatever, fuck it. So I hope everybody's doing well. I'm gonna try and upload more, but let me know what you think about the deck. Let me know in the comments.